Okay, hey everybody. I just want to remind you about what we're learning about being avid readers. And I know you've been reading nonfiction, but today we're going to talk a little bit about fiction. I'm still going to have you wonder, do some wondering, and maybe get some questions answered. But I want to remind you what avid readers are. And they are you. Avid readers read a lot. Find places everywhere to read. Keep a stack of books in waiting. Can't stop reading. Can't stop reading. Really pay attention to the book. And feel what the characters are feeling. Now, we've been reading nonfiction books, but today I'm going to read a fiction story, and I want to see if you can really jump in there into the main character and see how is that main character feeling and wonder why. And I want to remind you what avid readers don't look like. Remember the blah readers? See that guy? He's not into it, is he? This guy, they just look bored. They look blue. Being bored is in the blue zone. But one way you can get interested in reading so you don't become a blah reader and you're an avid reader, like this guy, who's just laying down, he's into his book. Or these two are having a good time reading together, reading a story together. That's a really good way to not be bored if you're reading with your friends or your sister or your brother or your mom or dad. And this girl, I want to show you, she has her pointer power going. She's got her snap word power going. She's got her stack of books next to her. She's got it all going on. That's what you should look like. That's an avid reader, right? And that's what you are. So today what I'm going to read to you is this story, and Easton knows this story because he has this little character. And this is called Beekle. And it's about imaginary friends. So I want you to think about how Beekle's feeling during this story and the other characters are feeling during the story. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to have you wonder a few things and then see if you can't find out what you're wondering about. First of all, I wonder what I'm seeing. What am I seeing here? And here, I'm wondering about what the author is trying to show me. What do you see? Here's the first page. I'm outside because it's so nice. And you can hear my neighbor's rooster crowing. He was born on an island far away where imaginary friends were created. Here they lived and played, each eagerly waiting to be imagined by a real child. Every night he stood under the stars, hoping for his turn to be picked by a child and given a special name. He waited for many nights. And do you see this? He's shooting up. He got chosen. But his turn never came. How is he feeling? I wonder. his mind filled with thoughts of all the amazing things that were keeping his friend from imagining him. So rather than waiting, he did the unimaginable. He did the unimaginable. I wonder, what do you think that is? What did he do that was unimaginable? Do you wonder? Should we find out? He sailed through unknown waters and faced many scary things, but thinking about his friend gave him the courage to journey on. I wonder, who is his friend? How will he know who his friend is? That's what I wonder. Until he reached the real world. Whoa. The real world was a strange place. No kids were eating cake, and no one stopped to hear music, and everyone needed a nap time. What? All I see are grown-ups. No kids. Then he finally saw something familiar, so he followed. Look at that. Well, he had a good feeling about this place. And he could find his friend. Oh, he had a good feeling about this place. He looked everywhere, and he could not find his friend. I read that wrong. How do you think he's feeling? He went to a new world. He doesn't know anybody. What kind of feelings is he having now? He climbed to the top of a tree and looked out, wishing and hoping his friend would come. Do you see him? There he is. There's kids playing. Look at all those kids. I want you to notice something. Do you see that kid right there? Do you see that one? Right there. I wonder what's up with that kid. But no one came. He thought about how far he'd come and how long he'd waited and felt very sad. Then he heard a noise below. Hello! Beekle. What do you think? How's he feeling? Is he feeling better? Is he feeling hopeful? Is that a good word for it? Her face was friendly and familiar, and there was something about her that felt just right. Look what she drew before she even knew him. Man, that is cool. At first, they weren't sure what to do. Neither of them had made a friend before, but after a while, they realized they were perfect together. He's saying, hee hee, and she's saying, Alice. And he's saying, question? And she says, what does she say, Easton? Beekle. And he says, I'm Beekle. And she says, hi, Beekle. Beekle and Alice had many new adventures. They shared their snacks and they told funny jokes. They began to feel a little less strange. And together they did the unimaginable. And that's the end. So how did Beekle feel at the beginning? And then was he lonely? Was he scared? What about his imaginary friend that was just meant for him? How was she feeling? So think about how they feel. And now I want you to go off and read and jump into, if you're reading a fiction book, think about how your characters are feeling. And then wonder. And then if you're reading a nonfiction book, wonder about what you're reading and go get the answer. Okay, have fun.